Everyone. I know most of you, but for those that I haven't met yet, I'm Jerry. I'm the founder of Tone Sculpt Yoga. And I just want to give you a super quick Cliff's Notes version of who I am and how I started this. And then we're going to dive right into the reason that we are all here. So I found Yoga Sculpt probably about 8 years ago. And I will be totally honest, at the time, I was not interested in yoga at all. I just wanted the workout. I wanted to burn the calories. And through Yoga Sculpt, I found all the other amazing benefits of yoga, and I fell in love with it. I was dragging all of my friends to classes. I was talking about it all the time. So then I eventually did Yoga Sculpt teacher training. And at the time, I lived in San Diego, where it was really popular. When I moved to Savannah about 4 years ago, nobody had heard of it here. I finally got a studio that was willing to give me a chance, and it quickly became one of the most popular classes. So they asked me to form a teacher training so that I could teach the other instructors there, because they wanted to be able to offer more classes. And that's when I just found my true passion. I just loved sharing it with other teachers, because it helped them bring in new students into their classes that normally wouldn't take yoga. It gave their current students an extra challenge. And I just loved sharing it with other teachers so that then they could share it with other students. So that is what inspired me to start Tone Sculpt Yoga teacher training and then bring it online, just because I quickly realized if I'm the only one in all of Savannah, which isn't that small of a place, then there's probably plenty of other places that either don't have access to it, or you have access, but you just need an online option because time, schedules, whatever, isn't conducive to it. So that's how Tone Sculpt Yoga teacher training got started. And yeah, again, I'm Jerry. I'm a mom of a 2-year-old, and I have 3 fur babies, and they're all locked in a room with my husband. So we may have surprises, but that's quarantine life. So if you all of a sudden see some dogs running in, it's totally fine. All right. And so I know for all of my current students and graduates that are on here, and I know a few of you on here are interested in the teacher training. If you guys have any questions, I'll hang out for a few minutes after. So if you have any questions, just hang out after Shavasana and we'll all chat for a few minutes. So on that note, again, those that hopped on a few minutes late, if you want to use my playlist, it's in the chat. Jerry M. Hartley on Spotify, and it's Sculpt 5. And we will get started in Child's Pose. Bring your big toes to touch. Spread your knees out wide. Take a big inhale through your nose. Big open mouth exhale, let it go. Take another big breath like that. Fill your lungs all the way up. Big open mouth exhale as you release down into it. And then as you seal your lips to breathe in and out of your nose, take a moment here to just get rid of any thoughts. Nothing matters for the next hour except for you. Nothing outside of your mat. Doesn't matter what else is going on in the rest of the house, outside, and the rest of the world. For this hour, you're the only thing that matters. For those of you that this is your first time in a sculpt class, it can be a lot more intense than a regular yoga class. So always feel free for anyone, always feel free to come back to Child's Pose, catch your breath whenever you need, and then meet us whenever you're ready. On your next breath, begin to walk your hands over towards the right side. So you're stretching through your left side body. So your left hand can reach past your right if that's possible for you, or maybe it just rests on top of your right hand. And then on your next breath, begin to walk your hands through center and then over to the other side, this time stretching through your right side body, reaching your right hand as far as you can. And slowly making your way back to center, resting your forehead down on the center of the mat for just one more breath. And then inhale, make your way up to tabletop. Shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Inhale to cow pose, belly drops as you gaze up. Exhale, cat, round your spine, gaze towards your navel. Inhale, cow pose, gaze up. Exhale, cat, round, tuck, and curl. And then take a few on your own breath to movement here. If it feels good, maybe sway your hips right and left, whatever you need. Just getting comfortable, awakening your body. We'll take one more round of breath. Then on your next inhale, neutral spine, tabletop. Send your right arm out long in front of you like you're gonna shake someone's hand. Left leg comes behind you. On your inhale, lengthen, stretch, reach in opposite directions. Exhale, curl in, elbow and knee meet. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, curl. 2 more. Just warming up your core, your spine. On your last one, pause in the middle, elbow and knee meet. Tiny pulses here. For just 4. 2. Last one, inhale, lengthen and stretch. Release down, we'll switch it out. Left arm, right leg. Take a breath in as you reach in opposite directions, and then exhale, curl it in. Just 3 more. Last 2. Last one, pause in the middle, pulse it for 4. 2. Last one, inhale, reach. Arm and leg comes back down to neutral, tabletop. Take a breath in, tuck your toes behind you. On your exhale, press back, downward facing dog. So our first down dog, take a moment here, bend one knee and then the other. As you press your hips up, imagine maybe you have a string tied around your waist, pulling your hips up and back. And then when you're ready to begin to find stillness, melting your heels towards the mat, take a bend in your knees if you need to lengthen through your spine. One more breath. Then on your next inhale, use your core, shift forward into a high plank so shoulders come directly over your wrists. On your exhale, press back, downward facing dog. We'll do that a couple more times. On your inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, use your core to press back to down dog. Last time through, inhale, shift forward. Exhale, press back, pause in your down dog. This time on your inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step your feet behind your wrists for ragdoll. Take a big bend in your knees. Grab for opposite elbows. Maybe sway back and forth. Shake your head yes and no. Whatever you need to just release some tension here. Think of releasing any tension from your lower back, but also your head and neck. Release your hands down to the mat. Bring your feet together until your big toes touch. Slowly roll all the way up, one vertebrae at a time. When you reach the top, inhale, mountain pose, hands come overhead. Roll your shoulders down and back, pinkies turned in. Exhale, hands come through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms, step back to a high plank. So always option here to come down to your knees, especially if you feel your lower back dipping down. I'd rather you focus on your core engagement and build strength there, and then eventually making your way up to your toes. So wherever you are, pulling your navel up and in toward your spine and still working every muscle in your body. So your glutes are working here, your hamstrings are working.
Can I hear?
Everything tight. Stay here, breathe in, and then this core engagement, we're gonna keep it throughout the entire class.
I can't hear.
Stay with it for one more breath. We're gonna release down to your knees if you're not already there. Last one, release your knees, your chest, your chin, all the way down to the mat. Press the top of your feet down. Inhale, low cobra, peeling your chest off the mat. Maybe lift your hands only if that feels good to you. Stretching into your lower back. Inhale, lift your chest 1 inch higher. Exhale, plant your feet, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. One breath here. So we'll move breath to movement through our sun A. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step your feet to touch. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high plank. Pause in your high plank. So we're going to add on here. This time we're going to go high plank to down dog tap. So take a breath in. On your exhale, as you press back to down dog, right hand taps your left ankle. Shift forward into high plank. Exhale, switch it out. Left hand taps your right ankle. So keep that going here, using your core as you shift forward and back and tapping the opposite ankle with your hand. So we're just beginning to warm up here. And while of course you're working your shoulders, your upper back, your legs are all helping you shift forward and back, more than anything, it's your core. And you guys, for those of you that are new to my class, you're probably gonna get sick of me talking about core, but it's so, so important. Well, in any yoga class, but especially in Sculpt. Just 4, stay with it. We're gonna meet in plank in 3. Just 2. Last 1, meeting in a high plank. So this time, inhale, shift forward onto your tippy toes. Again, always option for your knees. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows at your side, lowering just halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog, roll over onto the tops of your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. So always option, anytime I say chaturanga, feel free to skip it. From high plank, you can just press straight back to down dog. Take one breath. And we'll flow through that one more time. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high plank. So this time we're gonna do toe taps. So tap your right foot out to the right, back to center, left foot out to the left, center, and then of course, knees are always an option. Just tapping from side to side wherever you are. Remembering to breathe. We're not here for long. Last 8. Just 4. Meeting in plank in 3, 2. Last one, take a breath in, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, or press straight back to down dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step your feet to touch, top of your butt. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, rise up, press the weight into your heels, sit back. Imagine you're sitting in a little kindergarten chair. If you have tight shoulders, feel free to bring your arms straight out in front of you. Take one more breath in. Exhale, airplane arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together, squeeze your triceps, palms facing each other behind you. Maybe sit a little bit lower. Inhale, back to chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga or high plank to down dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, inhale your right leg high. Exhale, pull your knee into your nose, round your spine. Inhale your leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Use your core to step your foot in between your palms. On your inhale, rise up to crescent. And then take a moment here, gaze down, make sure you can see your toes over your knee. If not, pull your knee back in line with your ankle. And then think of lengthening through your spine by pulling your rib cage together. Take that C curve out of your lower back. Take one more breath in. Exhale, double lunge, 90-degree bend in both legs. Always option to drop your back knee to the mat if you'd like. Hold here. One more breath. Just warming up. Inhale, star pose, heels in, toes out. Imagine you're greeting all of your fans because you are the star for the next hour. Nobody else matters. Exhale, horse, or some of you may know it as goddess pose. Sitting low in your knees. And then since this is our first time here, if it feels good to you, bring your hands to the inside of your thighs and just drop one shoulder and then the other. And then when you're ready, stack your shoulders over your hips, get comfortable, take a breath. On your next inhale, open up, warrior 2. So all you're doing is adjusting your feet, back leg straight, back foot parallel towards the back of your mat. Take one more breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, knee to your nose. Inhale, high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, crescent. So again, double check your knees in line or behind your ankle. This becomes even more important when we pick up our weights. Always want to protect your joints. So think about that now. Take one more breath in. Exhale, find that double lunge. Again, drop that back knee if you need it. Feel your quads engage here. On your inhale, burst open, star pose again, heels in, toes out. Exhale, horse or goddess pose. Sit low. This time, maybe you just kind of sway from side to side. Again, just taking a moment here to open your hips. And then inhale, warrior 2, open up, 90-degree bend in your front leg, back leg is straight. Think of opening through your left hip. Take one more breath in. Exhale, chaturanga or downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Find your lighter set of weights. Inhale, chair pose, press your weights overhead. Exhale, airplane arms. Bring your weights to your chest. So we're gonna go wide to a narrow squat. So you're gonna step out towards the left, find your squat, back to a chair squat, step out to the right. So we're staying low the entire time. You just come a little bit higher in the middle in that chair, but your legs never come completely straight. So stay here with this narrow to wide squat. If you've never taken a Sculpt class before, or if you're new to my class, you may wanna, or actually do, look up here. So 3 things you wanna keep in mind with the weights. 1, whenever you lift them off of the mat, think flat back, bent knees, like a deadlift. Protect your spine, always, always, always. Next, we wanna make sure we're protecting our wrists. So keep your knuckles flush to the mat. If you feel them bending, just plant your hands, get rid of the weights. That's what I have to do. And then last, always pull your weights through your chest. So for example, from crescent, we're gonna come back to home base, to our chest, before we open up. Always back through your chest rather than rotating your shoulders. Stick with it. Your legs are probably burning by now, I know. Last 4. We're gonna meet in chair in 3, 2. Last 1, pause in the middle, tiny pulses. I know it burns. Stay with it. Just 4, 3, 2. Last 1, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga or down dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we're gonna flow through that same sun B with our weights. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, knee to your nose. Listen carefully here. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, bring your knee to your right tricep. Pulse it out here. Just 8. Squeeze into your obliques. 4, 2, 1. Inhale high. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Find your lighter weights. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, double lunge. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, pull the weights to your chest. Turn forward, gently plant them down. Flow through your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, knee to your nose. Inhale your leg high. Left knee to left tricep this time. Pulse it out for 8. Squeeze. 4, 2, 1. Inhale high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, weights to your chest, double lunge. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse, weights back to your chest. Inhale, warrior 2. Keep a micro bend in your elbows. Exhale, pivot, or rather bring your weights to your chest. Pivot forward, gently plant them down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale through your nose. Open mouth exhale. And if you haven't yet, open mouth exhales for the rest of class. Now that we're bringing in that strength, we need to release the heat. Inhale your right leg high, last time through our sun B. Exhale, this time knee crosses over left tricep. Pulse it here, just 4, 2, 1. Inhale high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, double lunge. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, bring the waist to your chest. Turn forward, plant them down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last side, left leg high on your inhale. Exhale, cross it over, pulse it out for 4, 2, 1. Inhale, high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, double lunge. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, pull the waist to your chest. Turn forward, plant them down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. We are moving on. Come down to your knees. Roll your weights off your mat. So we are going to go into our first mat series, and we're going to start with one of my favorite push-ups, which is a mermaid push-up. And so it's called a mermaid push-up because your legs are glued together like a mermaid tail. So you're on your side. So my bottom arm is going to wrap around my waist. My top arm is right in front of my chest. And so you're working into your triceps here. So take a breath in, exhale, press up. So you should feel your tricep kick on pretty quick here. If you're not feeling it, walk your hand in a little bit closer to your chest. But I'm going to guess that you are. Squeeze your legs together. Make your arm do the work. We only have 8, and your top arm is going to get a break. Just 6. Last 3, we're going to move into a side plank. 2. Last 1. So now just bring your forearm, your bottom arm directly underneath your shoulder, moving into a forearm side plank. We're going to thread the needle. So inhale, top arm reaches long. Exhale, thread your arm as far as it can go while still keeping your hips stacked. And then inhale, reach. Exhale, feel your obliques turn on as you reach behind you. So keep going here. If you need to, you can drop a knee. You can stagger your feet. You have tons of options. We've got 8. So the entire time your hips are stacked and you imagine you have a string tied around your waist, pulling your hips up. Last 4. Just 2. Last 1. Come down. So I'm going to suggest your heavy set of weights, but this is your class, always your option. I'm just going to challenge you. So come up onto your knees. If this bothers you, feel free to stand all the way up. We're going to move into Arnold's. So elbows at shoulder height, palms face towards you. Take a breath in. Exhale, flip your palms out, overhead press. Inhale, lower, palms come towards you. Exhale, flip out, overhead press. So almost like you're making a little half circle here. And then if you need to, again, use your lighter weights, maybe alternate. We just have 8. Last 6. We're going to move into mermaids on the other side. In 4. Just 3. Last 1. Gently release your weights off. So this time for me, my left arm is going to be on the bottom. My right arm on top, legs glued together, find that mermaid tail. Take a breath in, plant your palm in front of your chest. Exhale, press up, work into your tricep here. We're not here for long because I know these start to burn really quick. You only have 6 left. And then we're gonna go into that side plank so your top arm gets a break. In 4. Last 2. Last 1. Plant your left elbow underneath your shoulder. Side plank, inhale, reach up as high as you can. Exhale, thread the needle, reach, pull. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull. And then again, remember, you can stagger your feet. You can bring your bottom knee down. The only thing I'm worried about is hips stacked and working into your oblique as you reach underneath you and behind you. Last 8. How far can you reach? How high can you lift your hips? Just 4. You're almost there. For 2. Last 1. Finish it out. Then come back to the top of your mat. Find your weights. This time we're gonna do an overhead press. So coming back into that kneeling position. So this time, elbows at shoulder height, take a breath in. Exhale, overhead press. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, press up. Stay here with this. I'm gonna turn off whatever keeps beeping, keep going. Last 8. Always option to alternate. You only have 4. We're gonna move into our last set of push-ups here. Just 2. Last 1. Finish it out. Gently release your weights down. All right. So this time we're gonna go, it's almost like a child's pose, but you're staying a little bit higher lifted. So your knees are still out wide. You're still bringing your hips back towards your heels, but you're not trying to sit them all the way down. And we're gonna go from this position, from almost between a child's pose and a puppy pose, to a narrow push-up. So take a breath in. On your exhale, it's almost like you shoot forward, lower halfway down like that chaturanga push-up. Try to keep your shoulders higher than your elbows. Press back. Inhale, shoot forward. Exhale, press back, or stay on your knees. Shoot forward and press back. Just 8. Maybe you try just 1 on your toes. And then come back down to your knees, but never worth risking any kind of spinal injury. So if you need to stay on your knees the whole time, this is your class, doesn't matter. Just 3. Only 2. Last 1, finish it out. Sit back into child's pose for just a breath. Stretch it out. And then inhale, make your way up to tabletop. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your feet behind your wrists, hip width distance apart. Come all the way up. We're gonna move into squats. You can stay facing towards the front. I'm just gonna face you guys. So we're just gonna start with a basic squat. So inhale, lower down. Exhale, stand up, squeeze your glutes at the top. So notice my feet are hip width distance apart, maybe a tiny bit wider, but all 10 toes pointed forward. And then the lower I sit, or the lower you sit, the more you're gonna feel it in your glutes and hamstrings. If you stop right here, you're gonna feel it more in your quads. So what do you want today? How can you challenge yourself? Remember those open mouth exhales every time on your exertion as you stand up. We've got 8. Squeeze at the top. First 6. We're gonna hold at the bottom. In 4. Holding at the bottom in 3. There's no way you were getting out of all the squats that easily. All right, sit low, sit low, sit low. Just hold, press your weight into your heels. Try to keep your chest lifted. Sit 1 inch lower. Breathe, don't hold your breath here. I know it's so tempting. Last 3, we're gonna pulse it out in 2. Last one, pulse it out here. Pulse, pulse, pulse. For 4, going back to squats in 3, 2, 1, stand all the way up. Inhale, lower down, squat. This time, exhale, kick. Inhale, lower down, exhale, kick. So you're working into your stomach, your core, your hip flexors. We're still working into our glutes, our hamstrings. Stay low here. Stay with that squat. You only have 8 more. Last 2. And finish it out. Come all the way up. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. We are going to move straight into our cardio. So again, you can stay facing towards the front. We're gonna start with football runs in 3, 2, 1. Sit low. So your weight is in the ball mounds of your feet. Your heels are lifted and you're sitting as low as you can and you're running as fast as you can. And then maybe you swing your arms if it feels good to you. The only thing that I 100% care about is that you're breathing with open mouth exhales. It's gonna help control your heart rate, control your breath. We're here for 10 more seconds. And then still facing towards the front of our mat. In 3, 2, 1. Right foot forward, step back into a double lunge. Exhale, knee drive. So inhale, lower, exhale, knee drive. If this is too much, just step up. Take the jump out of it. And if you wanted another option, just go for a knee drive here. So you're already 15 seconds down on these. Stay with it. This is your time to get out of your comfort zone. We are not here for long. We're gonna switch sides in 3, 2, last 1. Switch it out, left leg forward. So right into it, double lunge, knee up. Always option to step up or find that knee drive. Any of those 3 options, you're still gonna get your heart rate up. You're still gonna be working into your quads. Last 10 seconds on these knee drives. You've got it. Last 3, back to football runs in 2. Last 1, football runs. Keep going. I'm coming to check on you guys. I'm gonna make sure everybody's going. Most people have their cameras off. Yes. Yes, Benita, Mary, Stephanie, I see you guys. Just 10 more seconds. Last 3, 2, last one, turn towards the side of your mat, so long ways. We're going horse to plie squat. So horse, jump it into plie, out to horse. Or step it out, step it in. So your feet are pointed out the entire time. And this is the last little bit of our cardio burst. So stick with it. Maybe try to jump it out for the last 10 seconds. You got it. Just 3, 2, 1. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, mini back bend, cactus your arms. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, mini back bend. Take one more, using this time to bring down your heart rate, to catch your breath. Of course, grab water whenever you need it. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, either step through chaturanga or like me, press straight back to down dog. I'm gonna grab a sip of water, take a few breaths. Meet you in down dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step your feet to touch. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, find your heavier set of weights. Inhale, chair pose, press your weights overhead. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, weights to your chest. So we're going back to those wide to narrow squats. So step out to the right, back to center for chair, out to the left. So just alternating side to side. We're not here for long. Stay with it. Just 4. How low can you sit in those squats? For 2. Meeting in chair, meet in chair. Inhale, left knee comes up. Exhale, step your left knee back, low lunge. Inhale, crescent pose, weights overhead. Bring your weights down to your side, palms face forward. We're gonna go double lunge to a bicep curl. So inhale as you lower your back knee. Exhale as you stand up, bicep curl. So this is option 1. Stay right here. Or inhale, lower down. Exhale, step your back foot up. Final option, inhale, lower down. Exhale, left knee comes all the way up as you curl at the top. We've got 8. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Use your core as you drive your knee up. We're gonna hold at the top in our bicep curl. In 4. Just 2, holding at the top. Last one. So knee lifted, just your bicep curl. Always option to drop your left foot. Just 8. Try to get rid of any death grip you might have on your weights here. For 4. Weights to your chest in 3. 2. Last one, weights to your chest. Gently step back, find that double lunge, pulse it out, pulse, 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 just 8. Your legs get a break in 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that back knee to the mat, moving into an overhead tricep extension. So glue your weights together, elbows face forward. Inhale, 90-degree bend in your arms, exhale up. Inhale, lower, exhale, squeeze. Or release one weight, turn it one lengthwise, inhale, lower, exhale, squeeze your triceps at the top. Pause for a split second at the top to really work into your triceps. We've got 8. Almost there. Point your elbows directly forward. Just 4. We're going to pause in that 90-degree hold. In 2. Finish out your last one. Pause in that 90-degree hold. Pulse, pulse, pulse. First 6, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring your weights to your chest. On your inhale, star pose. Now this time, point all 10 toes forward, but your feet are a bit wider than your hips. Again, we're gonna glue our weights together. We're gonna move into wood choppers. So bend down, you're bending through your knees, weights come towards your back foot. Take a breath in, flat back. Exhale, weights come up, straight arms. Inhale, lower. Exhale, twist through your body. Or again, turn one weight lengthwise. Inhale, sit low, weight comes towards your back foot. Exhale, twist. So you're pivoting on your back foot and you're working your entire body here. So as you sit low, working into your lower body, your glutes, your hamstrings, as you twist like you're chopping that wood, working into your midsection, your obliques, and then your shoulders at the top. Just 4. For 3, 2, last one. Bring your weights to your chest. Take a breath in. Point your toes out. Exhale, horse pose, sit low. Lift your right foot, or your right heel rather. Lower down. Exhale, left heel lifts. So we're just alternating heel lifts here. How low can you sit in your horse? Keep it going. Last 8. Stay with me. 4, just 3, 2, last one. Take a breath in, open up warrior 2. I'm gonna grab my lighter set of weights for these. You honestly may want no weights. We're gonna move into stir the pot, and it can be a lot on your shoulders. So tiny bend in your elbows, sitting low into your front leg. Take a breath in, exhale like you're stirring a huge pot of molasses. So you're going really slow and controlled on these. Weights at shoulder height. If your leg needs a break, just straighten your front leg, totally fine. Do what works for you, because you're the only one that matters right now. I'm just here to guide you. So I'm alternating the hand in front, so my left hand in front, and then right hand. You're almost there. This is the last exercise on this side. For 4, just 3, 2. Last one. Bring your weights to your chest. Pivot forward. Plant your weights. Flow through your chaturanga or straight to down dog. You can stay facing the same way. I'm just going to turn around so that when we do the left side, I'm still facing you. Take an inhale. Big open mouth exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step your feet to touch. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, find your weights. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, weights to your chest. So last set here, wide squat, chair, narrow squat. Wide, chair, wide, chair. We only have 8. You guys are almost there. For 4, 2, last one, meet me in chair. This time on your inhale, right knee rises. Exhale, gently step back to that lunge. Inhale, crescent. Bring your weights down, palms face towards each other this time. Bending into that back knee, take a breath in. Exhale, this time as you stand up, hammer curl. So the only difference is palms facing towards each other. Inhale, lower, exhale up, or step up. Inhale, lower, exhale, step up. And then again, final option, knee up. And if you're taking that knee up, you're using your lower core and your hip flexor as you drive your knee up and to help you balance. Last 6, we're gonna meet at the top in 4. Just a bicep curl, or rather hammer curl. In 2. Last one, just a hammer curl. You only have 8. Elbows glued at your side. Bringing the head of your weights up towards your shoulders. For 6. We're gonna step back with our right foot. In 4, 3, 2, last one, weights come to your chest. Gently step back with your right foot, 90-degree bend in both legs, pulse it out. Pulse, pulse, pulse. For 6, 4, 3, 2, release all the way down. Second set, overhead tricep extensions. We're gonna add a pulse this time. So inhale, 90-degree bend, 1 pulse. Exhale, squeeze up. Inhale, lower, just 1 tiny 1-inch pulse at the bottom. Exhale, squeeze. And then again, if you need to, drop that one weight, turn one lengthwise, just keep that pulse in there. Your biceps are glued by your ears. Try to avoid splaying your ribs out like this, so pull everything up and in. Remember that core engagement we talked about at the beginning of class? I told you were gonna be tired of me talking about it. Just 3. For 2. Finish it out. Bring your weights to your chest. On your inhale, star pose. Point all 10 toes towards the front, wider than hip width distance. Glue your weights together. Wood choppers. Inhale, weight comes towards your back foot, flat back. Exhale, pivot on your back foot as you chop that wood. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, up on your exertion. And then again, if you need it, find that one weight. So go as low as feels good to you. Do you challenge yourself? Exhale. It's one swift move up, twisting through your obliques. You're chopping all of that wood. Stay with it. You got it. 2 standing exercises left. You came here for a reason. Tap into it right here. For 3. Just 2. Last one. Bring your weights to your chest. Take a breath in. Exhale, sit low into that horse. If you need to, drop your weights. We're going to do horse walks. So walk towards the front of your mat. As you're sitting low in that horse, walk to the back of the mat. Last 2. Last one here. We're going to meet in the middle. Sit low, sit low, sit low. Yes, you can. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 inch lower. Yes, I'm making you sit here. Inhale. Warrior 2. Okay, so this time, still that micro bend in your elbows. We're going to pour the champagne. So you're just rotating your shoulders. Again, drop those weights if it's too much on your shoulders. Nothing wrong with that. So it's just like you're pouring a bottle, whatever your favorite drink is, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, maybe some tea since it's the evening, working into your shoulders, your arms. If you need to, straighten that front leg. Last standing exercise. This is it. We're done in 4. Well, not completely done. Done standing in 3, 2. Last 1. Bring your weights to your chest. Pivot forward. Plant your weights. Flow through your chaturanga or meet me in downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Exhale, step all the way through to a seated position. We're going to move into row your boat. So grab one weight. You can keep your feet planted or bring them up if that feels good to you. Grab your weight, take a breath in. Weight comes to the side like you're rowing a boat. Exhale, center, switch it out. So we're really working into our obliques today. And then if you feel your lower back rounding or you have pain, bring your feet down. We're here for 6. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. Release your weight off to the side. Coming into a forearm plank, so shoulders directly over your elbows. Always option to just hold a high plank, or rather forearm plank on your knees. Inhale, shift forward as far as you can onto the tippy toes. Exhale, shift back. So just shifting forward and back. Using your core, pulling your navel in towards your spine. Even if you're just holding on your knees, your core is still working here. Last exercise of class. You've got it. Remember to breathe. We tend to hold our breaths when we're working really hard, so stay with it. Last 4, for 3, 2, last 1. Gently lower all the way down to your back, or rather to your stomach. Plant your hands underneath you. Press your feet into the mat. Take a breath in. Low cobra, peel your chest off the mat, working into your lower back here. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, last time. Maybe you lift a little higher, only if it feels good to you. Maybe lift your hands off the mat so your elbows are pointing back like grasshopper wings. Release your hands. Tuck your toes. Take a breath in. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, this time half pigeon. So right knee comes behind your right wrist. Straighten through your back leg. Inhale, straighten out your hips here. And then exhale, forward fold. If this bothers your knee, roll over on your back. Just coming into a figure four. So ankle crossed over your front thigh. Breathe here. You did it. You made it. If you're feeling your thoughts creep back in for these last few minutes, let them go. Let go of all the noises around you. If you're listening to my playlist, you may want to switch to a slower song if you're not quite there yet. Gently make your way back up to your hands. Plant your palms, tuck your back toes, take a breath in, send your right leg high, maybe take a few circles if that feels good to you, shake it out. And then we'll switch it out. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon, or of course, figure four is an option for you. Stay with it. You got it. Just 2 more breaths. Gently making your way back up. Tuck your back toes. If you're in the figure four, just stay there. We're going to meet you on your back in just a minute. On your next inhale, send your left leg high. Take a few circles if that feels good to you. And then meet us in downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step all the way through to a seated position. Plant your feet down. Slowly roll all the way down. Send your legs out long. Hug your right knee up and around your rib cage. Take a breath in. Exhale, spinal twist. Cross it over your body. Gaze in the opposite direction. Maybe go ahead and close your eyes. Then come back through center. Right leg long, left leg up and around your rib cage. Inhale. Exhale, spinal twist. Switch it out. Inhale, come back to center. Hug everything into a tight, tight ball, squeezing your legs in towards your chest. Take your biggest breath in yet all day. Biggest exhale yet. Shavasana. Just take one moment here to completely release any thoughts that crept back in before you go back to your day. Switching it to the last song if you're listening to my playlist. Relax every muscle in your body. Just breathe. And then if you're ready, Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Send your arms overhead. Slowly making your way to your right or left side, fetal position, whatever feels good to you. And then slowly pressing yourself all the way up. Thank you all for spending this last hour with me, trusting me to guide you through your class. It was really my honor. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste.
Thanks, Jerry.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
Bye, Heather. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Yeah, if anybody has any questions and you want to stay on, feel free. Hi, Jill.
I was really looking forward to hearing the music, but I couldn't get it to play. I think it's because it was stuck on my share screen or something. Spotify, it wasn't playing.
Oh.
Trying to do it on my
bummer.
iPad, but it wouldn't play.
Well, I've recorded all of this, so it will, I'll send it out to everybody and post it. So then you can listen with your playlist or my playlist.
Yay! I'm excited.
And thank you to Kimberly, if she's still on here. She sent a message saying, tilt your camera down a little bit. So sorry about that, guys, if you had difficulty seeing the very bottom at the beginning.
It was great. Thank you so much.
That was great. Jerry,
Good. You're welcome.
can I ask
Yes,
a question?
Stephanie.
I think I came in after, did you start the music from the very start in child's pose? You start right away with the music.
Yes. So when I'm teaching, I did tell you guys to start at the beginning, but usually when I'm teaching, I wait a couple breaths and then I start it in class. But I just didn't want to keep telling you guys, switch it here, switch it here. So.
Okay. And how was that? Like, are you demonstrating more on Zoom than you would in a regular class?
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't hear you breathing heavy at all. And I'm thinking, I'm going to be dying if I'm doing that whole sequence. You're so strong.
Well, that's good because I kept thinking, oh, they're probably so annoyed with my breath right now because I felt like I couldn't breathe. So
I didn't hear it at all.
Me neither.
That was awesome.
Good. But yes, to answer your question, Stephanie, no way. I do a few to demonstrate and then I'm walking around the room so I can see what everybody else is doing so that I can cue them, offer modifications based on what they're doing.
Okay.
Jerry, can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
So the breathing, you had cued in the beginning you cued open mouth breathing and then you cued nose breathing. And then you cued open mouth breathing again?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's actually something we talk a lot about in the teacher training because I switched to a strength training breath once we pick up the weights just to help release that heat versus the yoga breath at the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll learn more about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a quick question. The sequence you did today, is it one of the 6 or is it a new one?
It's a new one. And I actually I posted it in our Facebook group, Jill, but I'm going to put it into the membership portal with this video just so that everybody has it for another blueprint.
You are so generous.
Yeah,
Thank
that was
you.
great.
Thank you.
I love the music.
Good.
I have a lot of those songs in my playlist. Those first 2 I played last week. So funny.
Yeah.
They're great.
Just out of curiosity, is everybody else in Georgia, or you guys are all over the place?
Dallas.
I'm north of Boston.
As far as I know, I'm the only one in Georgia that's on here.
Okay. I thought it was like a local group.
Nope.
No, so a few of these are in my current teacher training. I saw a couple earlier that already graduated, and then some new people that I haven't met yet, which I love.
Yeah, this was great. Thank you.
Somebody else was who was it?
Yeah, it's Carla. Hi.
Oh, hey.
With this particular class, I don't know how to say this correctly. Is it more advanced? Like Or was that just typical? Was I falling apart because I got a lot of work to do?
No.
It was very good, but I thought I might, people need to have some endurance and some strength to do that on the very first class. So, but maybe it's just me.
No, it's not just you. I tend to teach a more challenging class just because that's what I'm used to. Just a lot of the students that come to me are my regulars, and they come for that challenge. And then because you guys are yoga teachers, I may have gone a little bit harder on you. But as you know, as you've seen, there's always the option for the modifications in the classes. But no, it's not just you. It was a challenging class.
So out of the samples, the blueprints that we have, what's the closest to a beginner one that you would recommend starting with if you're bringing something new to an area that doesn't have this type of class?
Sure.
I would do our classic blueprint, but I would take out our Kundalini squats. Like throughout the entire thing, from the very beginning, from our Sun B through the Sculpt series, anytime I would take all of those out, and I would make our mat series less challenging, but it would be that same foundation. Does that make sense?
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Would you put something in place of those Kundalini squats, or just take them out? And
I would take them out, and since they're beginners, spend more time on the cues and the modifications. And as you guys know, because you've been in the training, that's a lot packed into that hour. And I don't know if you guys noticed, I was speeding things up at the end in this class because I was starting to run over, which we did start a couple minutes late, but I was still starting to run over. You're welcome, Jackie. Bye.
Are the classes always an hour? Because when I teach an hour class, I do find that at the end I'm rushing I haven't done the other side and we're almost done.
Yeah, no. I love to teach a 75-minute sculpt because I feel like you can get so much more in, and you can do a Shavasana. And I have taught a few times 90 minutes, but I feel like that tends to be too much for some people. But yeah, it can definitely go over 60 minutes easily.
Jerry, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just want to ask Jerry a quick question about the practicon that we have to do. Can we choose any of the blueprints that you have, or you want us to do the classic blueprint?
You can choose
can
any
we modify
of them.
it as long as we incorporate the skeleton of what you're looking for?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not as worried as you keeping the exact poses.
Okay.
Bye, Jill. I'm
Bye-bye,
more worried
thank you.
about if you're, the safety things that we've been talking about, the breath, the cues, that kind of stuff. So if you want to mix it up, that's great.
Okay, great.
Just don't feel like you have to.
Okay. Well, thank you. Bye, everybody.
You're welcome.
Bye.
I want to add, I was out of breath too.
Me too.
But it was good. It was good. So thank you. I'll send you an email.
Okay, sounds good. Bye.
Thank you. Have a blessed evening.
Yeah. Somebody else was about to ask something.
I just wanted to ask, the studio that I work at, she was actually asking if I could maybe modify and do a 45-minute, just because people are working out from home right now. And, some people, I guess the clientele's asking because they are at home, they have less time because their kids are around. And have you ever taught a 45-minute sculpt class?
I've actually done a 30-minute because I don't do it anymore because I focus on this, but I had something that was specifically a membership for busy moms that just didn't have the time. So I condensed it into a 30-minute class. So I will send you, or I'll post it in our Facebook group so that everybody in the training can see it too. Some of those classes so you can see the difference.
Thank you so much. That would be really helpful for me. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I had a question on the music, going back to the music. I'm terrible with music. I don't have any sense of music tone really. What beats per minute do you use? Do you have a strategy for the start, center, and middle? And is there a specific?
Yes. And Mary, since you just started, we actually haven't got there, but it's going to be in module 5. I don't remember them all off of the top of my head, but it is in there if you wanted to look ahead to see them.
Oh, okay. And it specifically says beats per minute.
Yeah, because it says each section I change it depending on our speed. So.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll work on that. I'm not good at music.
So there are a few trainings going on at the same time. Is that
Well, so some of them just finished last week, and then there was one that started a couple weeks ago, and then the next one starts next week. So to answer your question, normally, no. However, people have been reaching out because of people at home and have extra time. So I kind of started some staggered, but they're not on the same calls together since we're talking about different modules. I keep everybody
separate?
on the same call that's on the same module. Yeah. Anybody else?
No, that was fabulous.
No.
Yeah, thank you so
All
much.
right. Yeah, you're so welcome. I love this. I had a blast. Thank you guys for coming. So I think I'm going to try to do it every couple weeks. So hopefully I will see your faces again
Oh, that'd
and
be
get
great.
to know all of you. All right.
Thank you.
Bye,
luck,
guys.
everybody.
Have a great night.
Nice to see
Bye.
everybody.
Yeah, good luck, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.